We realized we've done a lot about Premier League and we've spoken about the top six teams. We thought we'd switch a bit and talk about La Liga's title race because that actually is a little more interesting than the Premier League right now. All right. So, Pusha, do you want to start? How do you like? Okay, let me pose a question and then you can kind of educate us on what you think. The La Liga title race, it's actually closer than it has been for the last few years. I don't know if it's unexpectedly, but Atletico Madrid right on top right now. Barcelona seem to be slipping up. Just a few weeks ago when they won the El Clasico, they seem to have had a firm grip on the title. So, I'd love to hear your thoughts as a Barcelona fan, and then I'll give you mine as a some other fan, I guess. Just not Barcelona.
Yeah, we all know your alliances. It's okay.
Oh, what is it by the way? I don't know.
Anything non-Barcelona,
Anti-Barcelona.
that's all.
Anti-Barcelona.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay, so it is so weird that we are at a place where we call this as a slip up for Barcelona in the current situation. Let me take you back to, let's say, summer. We're looking at a brand new coach who has never coached outside Germany. We were skeptical, let's to say the least, saying that, okay, what would Hansi Flick be able to get through Barcelona team? And over the past few years, they have gotten very lazy. Like the pressing is not at the same levels as it used to be. There are too many players who do mediocre work. And I have no idea how Xavi got the La Liga title the year before that, and he even how he got the best out of this particular team in the way the team was performing at that point of time. Like if you see the star performers right now, like Rafinha, he was a hit and miss. He showed promise, but every game he would be subbed off around 60th minute, and it's one of his complaints as well. It was not looking good by the end of Xavi's second full season.
Right.
But we all wanted Xavi to stay. At least I wanted Xavi to stay because he showed promise and there was a lot of good things that's going on. And the slip ups happen and boom, he leaves or he was basically sacked after being begged to stay back. He gets fired, and then Hansi Flick comes in. I was like, okay, this is very bad. Then the things get worse. Gavi was already injured, and we have no holding midfielder. Like ever since Busquets left, that hole was very evident. So there's nobody who to hold the midfield, and keep the team running, the transitions and everything. So we found a young kid called Mark Bernal. And we thought that, oh my God, we hit the lottery again. So, okay, this kid is so good, so crisp, so aware of everything that's happening around. He's like mini Busquets all around. And he gets injured immediately, like almost immediately. The season begins within 2 games. We were all reveling it at his, the sense of his play for his age. And you can say that about a lot of Barca players at this point. But yes, we were like, that's a genuine hole that we thought that, yeah, it's not going to happen because there is no other Busquets. We were trying to makeshift manage with Frankie de Jong, he's not been doing quite well over the past few months, I would say. And on top of it, injury woes as well. So there's no Gavi. Frankie was injured for the first part of the season, and Mark Bernal gets injured. And then Hansi Flick pulls in some other kid called Marc Casado. And that dude is probably the first name on the list right now, if he's writing down a starting 11.
Nice.
Superb. He provides assists. He's there, doing the dirty tackles. The transitions are amazing. Yeah. So from the beginning of the season, where we had basically no expectation, this team is going to be competing for the title. We were like not losing any game, and we were putting 5 goals, 4 goals, averaging over 3.5 or something like that for good up until Octoberish. The biggest change what I've seen is a 17-year-old Pau Kubasi and Inigo Martinez, the 33, 34-year-old veteran. These two would have not been in the starting lineup if Christensen and Ronald Araujo have not been injured. But this kid, Pau Kubasi, is so matured. He's amazing at the defense. He reads the game so well. And one of his best features is that he would throw those passes from the defense to directly either to the attacker or the number 10 role, splitting the defense in half while disguising that pass. But yeah, overall, we were looking superb. We did look like we peaked in October, getting El Clasico 4-0 win and the 4-1 win against Bayern Munich.
And the 3-1 against Espanyol as well.
Yeah,
Why did you suddenly bring up Espanyol out of all teams?
Yeah.
No, because I'm trying to contribute to this monologue.
Yeah, Espanyol, win against Espanyol is always going to be a very nice cherry on the top.
Yeah.
So,
So what's
all
went
that to
wrong? Yeah.
say,
After that. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, so I think it's several things. Number one, having Yamal in the team, nobody knew how much of an effective player he is until he was taken out for resting and injury. So, the games where Yamal has not started, we just didn't win. Yamal takes onto the wing, the right wing so easily, taking on the defenders. He definitely needs two people on him, and Jules Koundé overlaps. So this is super key. This leaves Rafinha being in the center, the number 10 role, or on the left wing, depending on the situation. Wherever he wants to overload, he would just be there. The runs Rafinha would make, it's just amazing.
Got
So
it.
having Yamal in the team unlocked a lot of other players to be more free. And we really have a superstar in our hands. But the first game we lost was Lamine Yamal was on the bench, rested, and immediately Flick realizes that, okay, I shouldn't rotate this much in La Liga. Every game there was Lamine Yamal sitting out. There was no creativity on the right side. So it's been affecting
Interesting.
us. And then add to that, La Liga officials have been quite weird. You can see an offside goal given where they misread the defender's foot as Lewandowski's foot, as if Lewandowski has like a 17 size boot or something like that. They even were not given a handball, which I was like, I don't even know what else is a handball if that's not a handball.
What is a
All
hand?
kinds of random, yeah. So
It's
all
fine,
that to
dude.
say,
It's
we this is the key statistic here, right? So Barcelona has created most number of big chances.
Right.
Second, the number one being 85. Number two, Real Madrid being 58. It's not even in the same league, and they're also in a different league in the big chances missed. So they missed 50 big chances. The next team to miss big chances is Real Betis. That's 35. So the clinicality that was there in the first half of the first half of the season it's not there anymore. That's mainly due to Lewandowski misfiring crazy number of goals.
Is he staying humble? Is that what's happening? So
So
then, like,
that's my take. So in a nutshell, if I want to summarize Barcelona things, right? It's been an overachievement in the first part of the season where they had so many injuries, youngsters like 17, 19, 18 year olds playing and playing regularly as a starter. So this team has overachieved whatever their expectations were up until October. And then a mix of, yeah, up until October, yeah. They didn't lose a game. They were
I'm
hitting three,
I'm
4 goals
I'm
every single
waiting.
game.
I'm waiting
Yeah.
for you to finish this monologue so that I have like 6 points I want to talk about. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. Then everything started to fall apart. Number one, they were missing too many chances. There was no the Lewandowski misfiring has been happening. Hansi Flick, I wish he learned his lesson by not rotating way too much for La Liga. I hope he's not expecting that. Oh, okay, it's just another La Liga 18th place team or like 16th place team. We can just rotate and just manage. You're gonna face crazy amount of resistance, especially away. And the plus part of it is that Barca has a lot of home games in the second half of the season. I'm hopeful. It's just that as long as it's not Atletico Madrid, we are fighting at the top. I think we still have a chance because we have the head-to-head against Real Madrid. So as long as we are level on point with Real Madrid and it's not Atletico Madrid at top, I think Barca still has a chance. There is a possibility that Danny Olmo would actually not be registered by the end of in another 2 days. That's another problem for
There is
Laporta to
no
solve.
there is no probability. He's not registered. It was denied, by the way.
Yeah, we'll see. They'll do all kinds of jugaad at the end of the season. They do
they'll
whatever they think.
they'll sell the 2055 rights, get money, and do something, and then they.
Or just very easy, just bribe La Liga officials and get it done.
You heard it first
Oof.
here, guys. You heard it first
Oh, I
here.
have so much gripe against what this guy has told. But
Okay.
finish. I have more
Yeah.
points.
So I would say don't lose hope.
Hoping,
But
only you are hoping.
Barca
I mean, I'm
fans. He's
talking to
talking to the
Barcelona
rest of
fans, other
the La
Barcelona
Liga
fans.
fans out.
Yeah,
Okay,
you
okay.
are an outlier, by the way, just FYI.
Sure.
Yeah. Anyway, so don't lose hope.
Okay.
I think the best is yet to come. That's my opinion.
Okay.
With the rest of the team coming back. Yeah.
So if I were to ask you like one thing, at the end of the season, you still think Barca is competing for the title, or it's going to be a close race?
It will be going down all the way to the last week, in my opinion.
Got it.
Yeah.
Shravan, now over to you, Shravan. You said 6 points.
Point number one, Barcelona's form right now is worse than Manchester City's form in the last 5 games.
Yeah.
It's the same as Leicester, it's the same as Brentford.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Point number two, it is atrocious that Barcelona fans are complaining about handball. Just a reminder to everyone, 2009 Champions League semi-final
Oh
against
my God.
Chelsea,
Oh,
likes
let's
of
go back.
nine
Oh,
Let's go
handballs,
okay.
back to 1980s, bro.
nine, nine, nine,
Let's
nine
let's go
handballs,
back to 1980s.
nine blatant handballs, which eventually
Okay,
came out in 2018 as La Liga, like Barcelona has bribed literally every referee in the last 16 years.
bro, that's
Oh,
like
okay.
you're
Fact
Okay,
check.
going
one,
40,
Yeah, fact
40
check.
years,
Fact check.
bro.
1 second.
40.
once in.
Can you pull up the court judgment saying that Barca actually paid the refs to rig the game? Can you show me one link?
Saying at the end of the day, it is just atrocious that you guys are complaining about handball. Just a jog back in memory. That's all.
See
No,
that,
it's not.
but that is too
It's
long,
not.
bro. That's not
I
memory. That's
Yeah.
like
understand. I
No,
just
it's
had to
not.
put
So
it out there,
decades.
dude.
how
That's
I
like
just
trying
had to
to
put it out
decode.
there.
Fair.
how
I
is
just
in
had to
the
put
era
that
of
out there.
war? How is it normal that in the era of war, where a picture you can actually see that Lewandowski foot was behind the defender, you
But
created a
you
contorted
can
foot.
also see the ball clearly hitting Gerard Piqué's hand when his hand is 8 kilometers away from his shoulder, and
Hey,
you
know
still
what? Know
no.
what?
Time out, guys. Time out. Next point. Next point. Sorry, time
Okay.
out.
Okay,
Next
so
point.
the third point that I also wanted to it kind of be like what Pushka brought up, right? Like he was like Hansi Flick is rotating too much, and we're showing loss of form. There's no counterpoint to it, but it's actually pretty funny because when you compare Hansi Flick after 18 matches versus last season's Xavi after 18 matches, Hansi Flick has actually had more goals. Like even this season, there are like what 51 goals I think after 18 matches, like
It all
Barcelona.
came in the early part of the season.
Yeah, right. So it's not a counterpoint, but it's more around the fact that has he been that dependent on Lewandowski and Rafinha in the start of the season that now when both are not scoring, he's not able to find an alternative, right?
No,
Like,
Rafinha is still scoring. Actually, he's the only
well,
one scoring at this point.
so
It's just
combined, both
purely
of them have
Lewandowski.
27. So
Yeah.
right now, out of the 51 goals, both of them in La Liga alone have 27 goals. So when you think of that, right, when you are, and this is the same gripe I have with like Arteta as well, right? When you know that your striker is not performing, it is up to you as a manager to figure out another alternative,
Sure.
right? Which Hansi Flick is not able to do right now. And I think as other teams are settling down and figuring out how Hansi Flick's teams play, it's going to get worse for you guys.
Yeah.
Next
Yeah.
point. Point
Okay, so
four.
the next point is like I I I mean I'm not going to be an ass about it and say it's not awesome and stuff, but when you consistently bring up the point that Pau Kubasi is 17, Lamine Yamal is 17, they've got like 4 or 5 players under 20 in the squad, right? It's awesome that they are that good, but there's a certain quote that Wenger used to say, which I think made a lot of sense, right? It's not about how old you are, it's about how good you are. If you're good enough,
Sure.
you're old enough. And it's a business at the end of the day. If I have someone in my academy who's good enough, I'm not spending 50 million and buying another player,
Yeah.
especially in Barca, who doesn't have the money. So the fact that you keep bringing that up as something that's amazing, I think it kind of is a little bit on the, high pedestal side for me. I'm like, you're just good
Wait, wait,
enough,
wait,
dude.
wait,
That's
wait,
all it
wait,
is.
wait. I
That's
have to
all.
defend this. He's good enough, but how many players you see they're good enough, but they're good enough to play in such a way that they would be winning Champions League man of the matches.
I agree with you. I'm not debating that at
You
all.
cannot possibly say that
I'm not.
Lamine Yamal and Pau Kubarsi are not outliers.
No. I'm not. Again, you're not getting my point. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm saying that what they're doing is incredible.
In fact, not having them definitely impacts the game because they are
Okay.
so good at managing their game so well. The lack of Casado, Gavi even like he's 19.
Gavi is 19. Yeah.
Yeah, Gavi's 19. Like when these people are not there in the team in the starting 11, you would see the difference is massive, and especially for a centre back, the veterans that are the issue in this team right now.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So the other thing that I kind of heard you say, and I don't know how much of it I agree or disagree, right? Like, yeah, so when you talk about how well Barca were doing at the start of the season, right? One of my big problems with La Liga is the lack of competition from other teams in terms of fighting for, let's say, the title or even within a game against the likes of Real Madrid, Barcelona, and Atletico Madrid. Because when you enter a La Liga season, you'll know one of these three teams is going to win.
Sure.
90% is going to be one of the top two teams, and then Atletico Madrid, once in some 8 years, they'll come and do something. Right?
Oh, okay, yeah.
I've never ever felt like there's going to be a season where Rayo Vallecano is going to become La Liga
Yeah,
champions. It's never
I
going to
mean,
happen, right? So
yep.
a lot
Never
of
say
what
never, but not anytime soon. Yeah.
whatever,
Girona
right?
for at least 25 games.
No, they were in the Champions League spot last time. Yeah.
They were in the
Yeah,
Champions League spot. Yeah, but that
I
also
mean,
solved
about to
City
like win
money.
the title. Yeah, win the title. Anyway,
I That was never going to happen. Anyway, that forget Girona for a second. But the point I was trying to make was I think the fact that Real Madrid were trying to accommodate for Kylian Mbappe and royally screwing that up made Barcelona look better than they were. Is
Yes,
my opinion.
100%. Yeah,
Is my
no
opinion.
doubt. That is definitely correct. Real Madrid underperforming with
Hmm.
Kylian Mbappe. That's what I'm telling Barca fans that don't forget where we were in the beginning of the season. We have all but given up the minute Kylian Mbappe was signing for Real Madrid, where this team was already a La Liga winner and a Champions League winner, and they don't look like they needed any additional help. We were like, okay, let's focus, let's bring in the kids, let's form a team, and we will see what we can do with this. And that's what the initial expectation for Barca was. Every single Barcelona fan were ready to let go of La Liga and Champions League for easily.
Let me ask you
and
this.
no,
Finish, finish.
and after that El Clasico win, everyone must have been on. Oh my God, look at us,
There is
guys.
no
Yeah,
everyone. Even Pushia was like the La Liga title is in the bag. I still have those messages.
yes, it was. Even now, if Atletico Madrid, they're going through a crazy form right now. So there will be a time where they will also be hit with the similar kind of downtime. If
See,
it
if
is
you
just
say
Nazar,
these
between
things,
Barca,
he's
Nazar,
getting
no,
scared.
Nazar, he's putting Nazar on Atletico Madrid now. Like, in another way, you also will have problem, man.
Yeah.
no,
So he,
so it is normal. Look, Real Madrid has these things 3 or 4 times in every season. So they lose to the smallest teams. They do the stupidest things. Um,
I think right now, unfortunately, it's too much of a gap for you to catch up with Real Madrid. I don't know. I don't know
no,
if Atletico Madrid will
no,
catch. So y'all
no,
are
I
2 points
Two
disagree.
behind. Have
points.
no? They played a game more. They played a game
Yeah,
more.
Sure,
So that's
let it
three
fine.
be.
points
So,
for the game. 5 points, okay.
In La
again,
Liga, five is still too much. I feel.
not
See,
between Real Madrid and
no.
Barca. So the reality of the situation here is
Hmm.
that Barca is yet to play Real Madrid, and
Right.
even a draw is still a decent result for Real
Because
Madrid.
head to head.
Sure, no, in terms
Oh,
of the points
wait.
difference. So a
You are
draw
saying
would
it's
be
better for who?
good for Real Madrid because of the
Okay.
points difference. But
Okay.
if we win, that's basically a 2 point gap.
Okay.
I can always bet on Real Madrid dropping points in the future.
Yeah.
My
And
my 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 what do we say assumption or my hope is that Barca just continues doing whatever they are trying to do and get this thing right. They're playing so well week in week out. I watch them. I have my joy is back watching the team play. That's more than anything else for me. They can
So
win.
you
Yes, it's
still think
amazing.
you'll come one or two in La Liga this season?
Oh yeah, no doubt. I'm still confident on actually winning it.
Okay,
And
so you're saying, hold on. So you're saying Atletico Madrid is more of a threat to you guys for the La Liga than Real Madrid is.
that's not what I'm saying. So I am not saying that one is a bigger threat. I'm saying that in the current situation, I can expect Real Madrid to drop points further because they
Okay.
have too many injuries and their squad is not complete. Atletico Madrid, I know we can get at least one extra game over them and win at Wanda Metropolitano. Based on these two assumptions, what I'm making, I think we are going to be there up there all the way till the end, and we will see what happens in the last. But I don't think this is a done deal. Barca still has a lot of chance. It was in the bag at that moment.
Yep.
They were 10 points clear with the head to head, but I believe that the current situation, the way Barca is playing, the way Barca is defending, they have a lot of potential to even unlock in the future.
Okay.
just uh, just a small thing that I will add is I am rooting for Barcelona.
Why?
I'm rooting for
Yo, I know
Barcelona
why.
just
So
because
I
they
know
bought
why.
Coutinho for 150 million.
Oh,
And they
okay.
gave us Van Dijk and Alisson for it. So I am
Okay.
forever
Sorry.
indebted
True,
to
true.
Barcelona for that. Our golden ages is thanks to them and their management.
100%.
Yeah, go Barca. So
Yeah.
vamos.
Bartamo will go to hell for sure. But yeah, I'm glad something good came out of it. Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay. Cool. All right, let's see.
Okay.
I still think Real Madrid are the favorites again. I still think Atletico Madrid will come second. I think it's going to be close between those two. I feel like Barca will need another year, but that's just me. Especially if they are forced to lose De Jong in the summer.
Okay. Cool. Shall we wrap this, guys?
Yeah. Yeah, I think we already wrapped it up. So